is just to remind you of my visit to your club, and I want you to know that we know how difficult it is to be a president. I know you're doing it very ably and it looks very smooth, but I know it is challenging. Those of us who've been a president before know how tough that is. I'm requesting your club to continue supporting you.
Equipment neyitu nk'abanyibanda equipment nekuba anda Ruhoko ekindi ebiri 15 okwakabiri tusaba twinoho medical camp yokuchebera cervical cancer.
Loving Father, we thank you for this time. We thank you for each one of us. We thank you for the visitors that you have brought for us all the way to here. We glorify your holy name. Amidst them, we pray that you come and be amidst us. In whatever we do, you guide us. You be with us, such that in our
the people lead of this facility and Rotary Club of Uganda, we have been working with you. And before we can go any further, I request the health in charge of Ruhoko Center for to come and welcome us. Dr. Peter? Yes, sir. I forgot to say Rotarian. Because we are here. The district leadership, the district governor, you know, I'm still learning the protocol. I was in the Rotary data. Deep appreciation that I stand before you today, and we gather not only to celebrate a remarkable achievement, but to honor the spirit of generosity in Rotary, compassion, commitment that Rotary Club embodies. Today we mark a significant milestone with the donation of a Colposcope. Our district governor, I have issues with some members pronouncing that word. But it's called a Colposcope, yes. And some call it a Colposcope. A Colposcope is the proceed with the donation of a Colposcope machine to our health facility. An act that speaks volumes about your dedication to improving the health and well-being of our community. On behalf of Ruhoko Center for Community, I extend our heartfelt thanks to each and every member of Rotary Club of Uganda. The council members over here of Ruhoko community to Mungati. The impact of your generous donation cannot be overstated. A Colposcope is not just a piece of medical equipment, it is a beacon of hope, especially in women. It plays a crucial role in the early detection and treatment of cervical cancer, a disease that, as you may know, claims the lives of countless women each year. By providing this machine, you're facilitating a proactive approach to women's health, a mission that aligns perfectly with Rotary values of service above self and promoting peace through health. Your commitment to our community goes well beyond this generous gift. It embodies the essence of Rotary's motto, service above self. You have chosen not only to contribute resources, but to invest in lives. The Colposcope will enable our healthcare professionals to provide timely diagnosis and possibly save lives. It reflects your understanding that health is a crucial foundation for peace and prosperity in our society. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize the collaborative efforts that make this donation possible. I know you've been collaborating with other Rotary clubs within the country and outside the country. From the initial discussions to the planning and execution, this endeavor speaks to the power of partnerships to Together we can create a healthier future where women have access to medical services they need and deserve. As we welcome this machine, ladies and gentlemen, in our facility, we are not merely adding a new piece of equipment. We are expanding our capacity to serve. We are enhancing our ability to ensure that every woman receives the care she needs, encouraging early intervention that can lead to better outcomes. It is here that our goals align perfectly. Allow me not to bore you with my words, and I give you a few statistics, because this team, this is the second time they are visiting us. District government. The first time they came here, they gave us the hope of having this machine, and they helped us renovate this block. Kato Kato. When they came in, October alone, we had screened 14 mothers for cervical cancer. The month they came in, we intensified and we screened trend that Rotary is impacting already in our community. Of those screened, since October, we have 21 who are screened positive. And of the 21, we managed to treat from here 18 of them, and we referred 3 of them. And all that we treated, we followed them up. We normally follow them after 6 weeks. And if we find them, they have healed, then we follow after 1 year. At 6 weeks, all the 18 mothers were successfully healed. And then the rest were negative. I urge all present today to reflect on the significance of this donation. It is a symbol of hope, empowerment, and progress. Together we can strive for a future where every woman in our community has access to care that could change her life. Thank you once more to the Rotary Club of Uganda for their tremendous support and your unwavering commitment to our community's health. Your selfless service will resonate for generations to come. As we embark on this journey together, let us continue to work hand in hand, united in our mission to enrich lives and make a difference. Also, allow me to introduce the members that I work with. I have a team of doctors, and next month, the world is celebrating the Cancer Day on 1st February. And as I had talked to the President Rotary, we are planning to celebrate it on 15th Feb. So we're going to do mobilization, let's use this time to mobilize, and on 15th we have a massive camp here, where we expect at least over 300 must be screened on that day. Otherwise, I thank you so much. I'm not good at giving speeches. Allow me to give the mic back to them. Thank you.
I'm glad that the DHO is here. We started around 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, we started writing about this global grant. And every time I would be in his office, he would ask, how far? Is it still there? How is the progress? But we have done a lot so far, and the President has all that we have accomplished so far. But we look at the numbers. I'm glad that the in charge of this facility has provided the numbers. In the Rotary Grant Center, when we are writing this global grant, we attached numbers, which are the outputs. We may have brought here medicine, we have brought here computers for data, we have brought here this machine today, we have brought here all these things we have brought. But the ultimate measure of this project, this global grant, is how many women we shall have reached. We set an ambitious number, which is 500 to 1,000 every 6 months. So I'm the grant focal person, and I'm glad the steward team chair is here. He has been represented, he has met us several times. So now that we have completed what was required, the machines and the education and everything, we now need the numbers, because I will have to report to my bosses, and if we can't reach those women, this project will not have achieved what it was set out to do. So, Doctor, I said the other time, I will say it again, we need those numbers done, and it is important that the ministry, we are working with the Ministry of Health, the PS, and the focal person who was given to the Rotary Club of Uganda, Mr. Morokora, wants to see that data integrated in the ministry data. So, if there is a challenge, you share with us, because that data should be seen in the government data. We as Rotary, we don't work independent. When we are writing about sustainability of this project, we said the ministry already has people who are working on the data in their facilities. It's our hope that when you are capturing that data, you make sure data on cervical cancer is not missed. Because if it is missed, we can write reports and put numbers, but as long as they are not reflected in the ministry, we shall not be reported, and we shall be failing on our 4-way test. So it is something I want to emphasize. Moving forward, we shall do a lot of monitoring, and we shall be monitoring the data. Yes. We shall be monitoring the data, see if it is being reflected, because at the end of 3 months from now, I'll be reporting, because 6 months will almost be ending. I'll be basically delivered what was supposed to be delivered to allow this project to go on. So, with that, I want to go further. I will move to the next.
The presidents of the clubs, Rotary clubs around, Rotarians, colleagues of my health workers, I welcome you all to this important function. My name is Dr. Omwine Julius, and as the MC has put it, I'm the District Health Officer, Uganda. So I think to me, I'm very, very extremely happy that we have reached this level. The district governor, much as we started actually pushing for this project about 3 years ago, the pressure was actually far much earlier. Even the district and Nakasongola in 2008, 2009, we actually were the ones who piloted the demonstration project for HPV vaccination against cancer of cervix. So when that project came, we got a lot of pressure. That time we were targeting girls in P4, and then in Nakasongola was targeting specifically girls aged 10 years. So for us, we targeted those in P4. So when we introduced that project, we got a lot of pressure from the women. The women were saying, yes, you are telling us you want to prevent cervical cancer. Now we want to, our girls to be vaccinated. How about us? We the mothers of the girls. So we put on a lot of pressure. So from there, we finally got some support. We got a machine for even the hospital. It started working. But still, I thought the pressure had gone down. Then these other areas, Ruhoko, Ishongororo, they were pressing. You see, you have put the machine in even the hospital. How about Ruhoko? How about Ishongororo? What do? We need a machine here. So, I am glad that my colleagues, Rotarians, and by the way, I was the Rotarian. I was once the president of the Rotary Club of Uganda. I'm going to come back. Yes, I'm going to come back, and I'm with you. That's why I've been actually working hand in hand with the Rotarians in these projects. I will come back actively. Yes, so today I'm very, very glad that at least we have achieved another milestone as far as screening and management of cervical cancer is concerned. And I'm very sure with this machine, we shall be able to screen our women, we shall be able to detect this cancer early, we shall treat the ones who are able to treat, we shall refer those who need a referral. And at this juncture, I would like to thank my health workers. Thank you so much. These are food soldiers. We can have these machines, even if we have 100 of them, without health workers who are dedicated to do the work, we would be wasting time. So I want to thank my health workers. They are really dedicated. What we shall do, we shall support them in mobilization. So Mr. President and team, we need you to mobilize, support us in mobilizing women to have the service. And on my side, we are praying that these machines you have given us, we shall make sure that we take good care of them. They are serviced on time. If they break down, the repairs are done on time. And the users are trained. You know, if you don't train the users, usually the machines don't last. So we want to make sure that the users are trained properly so that these machines can live their real lifetime. So with I came with my ADHO. Can she stand up for recognition?
President Eugene, the club is proud of you, but the district is more proud of you. My role is we are out of time, but I realize we have very important officials from the district. Before I introduce the CEO of our organization in Tanzania and Uganda, allow me to introduce the country chair, Andrew Kabila. Andrew is a child from here. He's from Sanga, Yamshosi, and he heads all Rotary activities in this country. Allow me, who were here last month. Apollo deputizes Andrew. Allow me to introduce Alan. Alan is in charge of grants. Stewardship, yes, watching over to make sure you get value for them. We get value for the money. Allow me to introduce AG Cynthia. Cynthia is the PA for our CEO. And myself, I was with you last month. I'm Godly Naivare. Oh, my boss, the dean of AGs. The dean of AGs, Angela drove or rode all the way from Kampala to be with us last evening and here. She is in a special way the president of all riders in this country. So don't joke with the ladies in power. And then Michael Makatas. Michael Makatas is a co-author and a dear friend of mine who came to witness what we're doing in Rotary. Did I forget anyone? Andrew? The Rotary Club of Ibanda, led by your president, Eugene. Okay, please stand up and let's clap our hands for this gentleman. He's young and vibrant. Thank you, Eugene. Together with your team, you have made it happen. The second opportunity I have is to congratulate this health center. Governor, you allow me to talk about Dr. Peter. Dr. Peter, stand up. Dr. Peter is my mentee. We came here last month, and he spoke so well about what you are doing here, and I felt he was a Rotarian. We inducted him. I promised to mentor him. He has paid his fees, so he's a member of this club. We are speaking from home. And without any further delay, allow me introduce the district governor, the CEO of Rotary for half Uganda and the entire Tanzania. I'll make it brief. Yes, I will have a longer session to introduce her more, but briefly, she is Agnes Mungati Batengas. She's a real estate consultant and she's a Tanzanian living in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. She's a mother and a wife, and she heads the entire Rotary for half Uganda and the entire Tanzania. She traveled all the way to be with us. Let's put our hands together.
Good afternoon, family of Rotary, management of the hospital, government officials, community leaders, everybody present here. I appreciate your presence. I know it's a work day, so I know many of you have made a big effort to be here. For me, it is an opportunity to visit the works that the Rotarians are doing. They have done the works. I just come in to see, commend, and comment, and also to really see the impact that is being given to the communities. Rotary is our best needs that we find in the community. And in this case, I am really especially humbled to see that through a Rotary grant, I hope I'll pronounce it well, we have got a Colposcope? Yes. Colposcope. So I want to thank the Rotary Club of Ibanda for identifying these needs and making it a reality. You've heard us talk about global grants. We have an organization within Rotary called the Rotary Foundation. This is where Rotarians, we're all volunteers, we give money to the Rotary Foundation. And this is the money collectively which comes back to us in bigger amounts than we give to help us take on these kind of projects where there is a real need in the community. Now, cervical cancer is one of the cancers that is leading amongst our population. So in terms of identifying what we need to do, this was really fitting, and I hope it will continue benefiting the population of Ibanda. We have seen the figures. Figures don't lie. They give us the facts. So out of the 121 women who have been screened, 21 have been found positive. Now this is a really big number. Now when we look at the number 21, I want us to think about the individuals who have been helped with this early screening machinery that we've got. By intervening and catching it quick, the possibility of survival is very high, like 18 have already been treated and only 3 are going ahead for further treatment. So this is really important because women, as we know, are the backbone of society. These are the ones who look after the children and bear them in the first place. So it's really important that the key section of the population has been reached. Now, as Rotary, we also depend on grants. And grants also have a measure to ensure that we are successful, just like the President said. So I encourage you, the hospital, community, doctors, to continue and urge women to come and test and tell them that this is a big issue in the society, so they really need to come forward. As a global grant, we also carry out, and I thank the 2 who stood up, who are actually managing this piece of machinery. Thank you for doing the work that you do and are helping us identify. On you, the community, to join us and also become members. Now, the government official who spoke, the past president of Ibanda, once a Rotarian, always a Rotarian, but you have to come and be present. So I'm holding the president and the assistant governor responsible for making sure they report back that you've reported back. And it's also good to also be touched by the work that Rotary is doing. Thank you. So we depend on people like him to come and join us. They have seen for themselves the impact Rotary is having and want to spread this to other communities. Like the president said, when we see a successful project, this is what is an encouragement, not only for the Rotary Club of Ibanda, but Rotary International, to come back and do more in your communities, because there is still so much that we can do. So this piece of equipment is yours. It is not Rotary's now. It's been handed to you. Look after it and make sure it is utilized effectively so that we can touch those people that it's intended to touch. So it is yours. Sustain it well, maintain it well, and more will come to your communities. And to Rotarians, I want to encourage you. You hear us talking about giving to the foundation. These are the true results of the foundation. And to our young Rotarians, our Rotaractors, I thank you so much for your presence and for participating. Of Ibanda, we cannot do this without partners, as you know. And we want to say thank you to our partners for joining us in this. I know the Assistant Governor is very passionate about the clubs she mentions, the ones she leads. And I know yesterday she keeps pointing out my clubs are very good, very good, very good. And I can see what you're talking about. Thank you so much, AG. A lot of work goes behind the scenes. I will not forget to mention our grants team, many of whom I'm happy to see here today. Thank you for being here. It is a process, but a worthwhile process. You can see the results. Thank you for supporting, and I look forward to even more support to touch more in this community. So everybody present here, whenever you hear Rotarians or non-Rotarians, know this is what we do. And support us in any way you can, even if it's paving the way, opening doors at the ministry, with your municipals, even the community leaders. Encourage those women to come forward. This machinery is for them. We want to prolong their lives. We want this to work. So thank you so much and have a good afternoon.
So that's it.
So as we commission this project, we are very proud Rotarians. We are very proud Rotarians from the Rotary Club of Ibanda. We hand this over to you and know you will keep it well and put good use to this. Viva la Rotary, like the song says. And let's continue to serve our communities. Thank you so much. And symbolic handover. I know it's big. This is now yours to serve the people of Ibanda. Thank you.